All right, we're good to go. Let's get started.
All right. So today I basically went through my fridge and see if I have any random vegetables. So I'll be only using vegetables. I won't be using any meat, but feel free to put some meat inside your stir fry. So I'll be using broccoli, carrot, cucumber, those king oyster mushrooms, and tomatoes.
Wait, I have these cherry tomatoes, and when you put them in stir fry, they like burst in your mouth after you heat them up. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's the point, because like you want to have like, the good thing about the cherry tomato is that they're very sweet. So when you're cooking them, they'll burst out. There's juices, and it's good if you're combining with your sauce. So speaking of sauce, I did have something that I made prepared, which is a green onion and garlic oil. So I'll be using that. And also be using soy sauce and sesame oil.
I have this sesame sauce from TNT, I think, and it's so good. I put it on noodles and just anything.
Yep, that's perfectly. If you don't have any of those Asian sauce, like feel free to use like some other sauce that you have. I've seen some stir fry using barbecue sauce, and that is totally fine, because you'll be only using a bit of the sauce, but not a lot. I'm gonna just peel my vegetables, because I haven't peeled my carrot yet.
Oh, are you putting any like proteins in? Because I have my quinoa on right now.
Yep, you can put in protein. I'm just going to make it vegetarian because I don't have any meat in my fridge.
Oh yeah, mine is totally vegan as well. I just mean like beans or quinoa or like tofu.
Yeah, I don't have any at home.
Okay, cool. I have some, so I'm gonna add them in. This is like my favorite recipe to make because each time I make it, it turns out different depending on which vegetables I have.
Yep. Same here. I think a stir fry is really good if you have bell peppers to make it more colorful. And plus, bell pepper gives you a good boost of vitamin A.
Yeah. Like before I went vegan, I would never cook. And then now I'm just like making up random recipes and they turn out well. Like they're so Instagram worthy and I love it.
Yeah, that's really good. And also, it does cut a lot of cost because you're not buying meat anymore, and meat is expensive.
Yeah, I really like using tofu instead because I like the texture of tofu as well, and meat sometimes gets stuck in my teeth. Oh, Fiona, can you also explain how you made the green onion garlic oil and like what combination of each?
Oh, okay. So basically, I had a lot of green onions in my garden. So I basically chopped my green onions. I had garlic, peeled them, smashed them, chopped them into fine pieces. And I basically use olive oil, heat up the olive oil, throw them in. And that's basically it. And it's been sitting in my fridge for a while because I've been preserving it.
Fiona, do you think it's okay if my garlic is like sprouted?
Like cut the sprout. Just cut the top.
But it's still fine to use?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, I should show you my green onion. Okay. I literally just, because you can see the root here, I literally just put it in like water and it's been growing pretty well.
Yeah. And that's the miracle of green onion.
Yeah, it's so easy to make too. And like I cut off the green part and it's super fresh. Is it okay if my garlic is soft?
Yeah.
I feel like that's
You
not
just put it in
normal.
the fridge, your garlic?
You put your garlic in the fridge?
No, I'm asking you because it's soft.
Oh, no, I just left it there, but it's been a while. So maybe it went bad.
As long as it doesn't have any, you know, those dents you can find in the garlic. As long as it doesn't have like those weird dents.
Yeah. Okay. The other day, I was trying to make my own vegetable stock because you know how all these peels come off the garlic and I chop off the ends as well. I was gonna save them and like combine them all in water later with onions and other like carrot peels and stuff to make vegetable stock, but then I saved them for too long and then they grew mold inside my container. It was a traumatizing experience.
I'm gonna drain my water from.
I'm gonna put a lot of garlic in my stir fry because I really love garlic.
Same here. Maybe I should peel some fresh garlic too.
I can never mince garlic, so I just cut them into big chunks and I hope it turns out well.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut some garlics too.
I wish I had onion in the house because like right now while preparing the vegetables, I would usually put oil and just onion on low heat on the stove. So it can be caramelized, but
Yeah,
I don't have onion, I think.
I don't have onions too.
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
Just gotta clean a bit on my garlic.
I have so many random vegetables in my fridge. Like, I don't even know what this is, but I'm taking it. I'm so glad people can't see my workstation right now because it's kind of a mess. Because sometimes I watch cooking shows and it's like, you need to keep your workstation clean. And then I look at my workstation and it's like,
oh, my
not
workstation
good.
is pretty clean, except for that giant milk that my mom just put beside me. It's on the screen.
How do you keep
like
it
she
clean,
just came
though?
back from shopping and she just put a giant milk beside me.
Oh,
But I won't be using it for this recipe, obviously. Anyways, I got my material ready. I'm gonna move the camera.
sometimes I'll only want to make a little bit, but then I have a little bit of everything, like every single ingredient, and then it ends up being a lot because you just keep adding stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to angle my camera to my wok, which is really hard.
Oh my gosh, you got ready so fast. I'm still washing and chopping my vegetables. This is
Looks
like a
like
race. Also, I just had breakfast, so this is probably gonna be my dinner. And I'm gonna have dinner at like 9 p.m.
Maybe if I put like another wok.
I was finally gonna get my my sleep schedule back in order today, because I had a 9 a.m. meeting, but I just went back to sleep after my meeting.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to position this in the best way if I can.
Ooh.
Okay, that doesn't work. Well, it's gonna follow me. See my milk. Okay, so I put my heat in the setting 8 to 6, which is high. So I'm gonna just put
Maybe I
my
should start.
garlic oil in here, which I'm gonna try to do with one hand.
Wait, you put the sauce in first?
It's not the sauce, it's the oil.
Oh.
And you heat up the oil first.
Oh my gosh, my chopping board is just like vegetable scraps and like actual food. So I'm scared I'm gonna put vegetable scraps into my stir fry. How do you know which vegetables to put in first, Fiona?
So you want to go with the thick ones, so like the ones that are going to be like, for example, you want to put your carrots first because it's a hard vegetable. And then you probably want to put like broccoli or some mushrooms. Really depends what vegetables you have.
So leafy greens would be last.
Yes.
How do you know, like, does it matter the size that you're chopping the vegetables into?
No. So the thing is, vegetable. So the thing about vegetable is that like you can only overcook them, but it won't be like it won't lose all its flavor. But what's it called? It's always ready to eat since you can eat vegetables raw. It's just meat is the problem. So if you have meat and you're doing chicken, you have to see if it's cooked right through. Same with like ground beef.
This is why I love vegan cooking, because I never have to worry about meat or anything like that. Because like most of these vegetables I can eat raw, so it's not a huge problem if they're undercooked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have frozen vegetables. When do I put those in?
That should be like almost after the last stage. You'll put your frozen vegetable and just if you have a lid, just cover them so the steam can goes.
Really? But they're frozen.
Yeah. Do you defrost them?
No, I just remembered them, so I took them out of the fridge just now, or out of the freezer. Yeah, I started out with like little pieces, but now it's a lot. Fiona, you are so ahead of me. I don't think I can catch up. Oh, how much oil am I supposed to be putting in the pan?
Really depends how much vegetables you have.
Okay, I'm putting in my garlic first, so I don't have any vegetables in right now.
So I would start you off with like a teaspoon of oil.
Shoot, I think my quinoa burned.
Yep, it's browning.
One time I burnt chili and then the bottom of the pan was like black. And I got so scared that I went and like I hid behind the couch and my mom couldn't find me, but she found the chili and she thought that I ran away from home because I burnt the chili.
Oh no.
I wasn't even a kid. I was like 12. No, I was in like grade 10. Okay. Fiona, are you adding the green onion garlic oil thing after, or are you cooking it right now?
I'm cooking it. It's meant for like cooking.
Wait, so you added the garlic, the vegetables, and the sauce?
I used the garlic oil first, and then I used that to roast my garlic because I had garlic pieces. So I'm gonna just throw my mushrooms in.
Okay, but if you were using like barbecue sauce or ranch, you wouldn't put that in, right? You would put it in after?
No, you do that last.
Okay.
I'm gonna just throw my mushroom in to absorb everything.
Oh, that looks so good. I'm excited to see mine. I'm gonna put my frozen vegetables in first because I didn't defrost them.
Yeah, just be careful if you're going to have a lot of like liquid afterwards.
Dude, I just found some vegan meat in my freezer. Maybe I should. Dude, like 5 years ago. Oh, okay. I haven't put anything in yet, but years ago, when I first went vegan, my mom was like, "Oh, you shouldn't. Like, it's so restrictive." And then now she's like getting me all these vegan meats from Richmond and like making my childhood favorite dishes. It's so nice.
Nice.
Okay, I think I'm gonna dump in my vegetables now. If you were like making this with rice and stuff, when would you put the rice in?
You want to do that separately. So if you have a rice cooker or another pot and you're cooking the rice, you should do that in advance. If you're doing rice.
No, but like once your rice is done, would you put it in the pan?
Well, I wouldn't put the rice in the pan because the rice will be really soggy and it's gonna turn into a risotto. So I would just keep the rice separate.
Delicious. I got kind of impatient because I wanted to catch up to Fiona, so I just dumped everything in at once except for the leafy greens. That's what it looks like now. So healthy.
Yeah.
And then after, I'm gonna add my quinoa.
I would flip my pan, but I only have one hand. Yeah, so it looks like my broccoli is half done. You can tell by looking at the corner of it. So it's a great sign to like put in the rest of the vegetables. So I'm gonna put my cucumbers and tomatoes in.
Wait, you're at medium heat, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm
too impatient, so I'm gonna put it on high.
Depends on your stove, because apparently some stoves cooks faster than others.
Yeah. I think I just have to keep an eye on it if I put it on high, because otherwise it's gonna burn.
Yeah, just watch out like your garlic or whatever you're putting in, because it might burn in high heat.
Wait, did you put in your tomatoes?
Yeah, I put in my tomatoes. So like how I did it is like I looked at my broccoli, it looked half done, so I just throw my tomatoes in.
I kind of like my broccoli really soft, so I'm just gonna leave it there for a while.
For mine, since the mushroom and cucumber and tomato is already have a lot of liquid content, so once you're cooking them, it will leak out. So all the flavors will go into the broth. So for me, I don't need to add any water at all.
This is like Christmas, like all green and red.
job.
Are you gonna put any spices or seasonings on yours?
I'm going to add my soy sauce and sesame oil in a bit. I'm just waiting for my broccoli to finish cooking.
Soy sauce? Maybe I should. My sesame sauce from TNT is pretty salty, so I don't think I'm gonna add soy sauce because I don't have the low sodium one.
Oh yeah,
So.
you can just add sugar if it's really salty. And if you're doing like a simple teriyaki sauce, have brown sugar and soy sauce.
How do I make teriyaki?
Teriyaki sauce is just soy sauce and sugar. So like brown sugar does the best on teriyaki sauce. Or raw sugar.
What's the proportion?
It's
Is it like 1 tablespoon
1 to
each?
2. So 1 to 2. So 1 tablespoon soy sauce and 2 tablespoons of sugar to make the sauce.
That's awesome. I think my tofu burnt a little bit, but it's fine because I like it a little bit burnt. I'm gonna add my leafy greens and my quinoa. I might actually beat you, Fiona.
All right. Looks like my broccoli is ready. I'm gonna add the sauce. Got my soy sauce ready. And my sesame oil on the side.
I don't know what I did, but mine smells really good.
It smells really good right now.
Mine, I mostly smell the garlic, and that's why, because I added a lot.
So I am going to get my teaspoon. So I am going to fill
I'm gonna show you
5 ml of soy sauce. So this is going to be a challenge because I'm holding my phone in one hand.
But with cooking, you don't need to measure exactly, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm too lazy to get out my teaspoon measurements. I'm also getting my garnish, which is sesame seeds, and I'm gonna get seaweed and avocado. Okay, this seaweed is expired, but this is really good. I think I got it from TNT, but it's like the best seaweed topping ever. Sometimes I'll make like a deconstructed sushi bowl and I'll just put like rice, this stuff, and avocado in a bowl and just eat it like that. And it's really good. I'll show you what my bowl looks like right now. It's so colorful. I love it. Yeah.
That's the great part of stir fry. So this is half a teaspoon of sesame oil. I'm gonna just lather it in here. I'm gonna turn off my heat because it's hot enough. I'm just gonna give it a stir.
So even after you turn off your heat, you just keep it on and just leave it?
Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it. Just give it a stir. This is like if you do have a lot of water and you want to make a giant like a sauce, all of it. This is a good opportunity to put cornstarch in to thicken it. So just turn off your heat and start mixing your cornstarch flour into the sauce to thicken it.
My avocado is overripe. This is sad.
I am going to add a little, like a pinch of sugar because I feel like the soy sauce is a bit salty to me.
Wait, what happens if it's too salty?
Oh, it's just like
What do you do?
you just add sugar to make it.
But
bit
doesn't
less.
sugars sometimes make it even more salty? Because like the contrast brings out the other flavor.
It really depends. Like generally, I put a bit of sugar into it because I don't have the low sodium soy sauce with me. Generally, if I do have the low sodium soy sauce, I wouldn't put sugar. Yeah, I'm gonna just give it a stir. Yeah, I'm done with my stir fry.
Wait,
It's
Fiona,
just
do you
plating.
know what vegetable this is?
Isn't that looks like a gailan?
I don't know. My mom made this for me last night, and I don't know what she did, but it tasted like kettle chips.
Oh, okay, that's a weird
It was
flavor
like the first
for a
time
veg.
That was the first time I ever like finished my vegetables. Okay, I think I'm done my stir fry as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
and all I
no.
need is plating.
One of my tomatoes exploded.
Oh, it's fine. I can find a exploded piece here too.
It still looks nice though. Like an explosion of colors. I can't wait to show everyone what it looks like. Right. Okay. Fiona, I can't wait to see your bowl.
Oh yeah, I'm just cleaning up my area. I have no space at the moment.
Honestly, the most effort is like making it look good because I'm putting like avocados and sesame seeds and like seaweed on it just so I can post it on my Instagram. Oh, speaking of Instagram, be sure to follow the SFSS events page on Instagram. We're at SFSS_events. I wish I could link it for you in the chat right now, but unfortunately my hands are full. So if somebody else could link it, I would appreciate it. We're also running a giveaway right now, actually. We're giving away like a mental health care package, and it's gonna have like notebooks and other fun things in it. Okay. Oh, my avocado looks horrible.
And top it off with some sesame seeds.
Oh, that looks so good, Fiona.
There you go, and it's done. Simple stir fry.
Okay, mine is almost done. Why do you put it in a plate instead of a bowl?
It's like it's a bowl plate, technically.
That looks good. Can you take a picture and send that to me? And I
Yeah.
will put it in the post-event report. Oh, and speaking of the report, if you have any feedback on how this workshop went, please be sure to put it in the chat so we can like continue to make our workshops better for the future. Okay, I'm actually really proud of my bowl. Let me show you. First, I will show you the chaos that is my kitchen. You see, I just have a bunch of random stuff here. And then this is my bowl.
And
I'm so proud.
I got this just for you, the seasoned seaweed.
Oh, that's awesome. I also have seaweed. I don't know if you can see. Wow, that's a pun. See the seaweed.
Just for Jen.
Yeah. Yay. I think seaweed is pretty healthy as well. So
Yeah.
oh, it doesn't look like it from the nutrition facts, but I'm gonna I'll Google it later. But yeah. Ooh, okay. There's a question. If you were to add meat, would it be fried in with the vegetables or separately and then throw it in?
If I were to do meat, I would cook the meat first, then do the vegetable last. It could be separate or it could be on the same pan, really depends on you. Technically I would just do on the same pan and just like do all the meats first, then add in the vegetables.
So the
Since,
meat
like,
flavor would be in the vegetable, right?
yeah. So like it really depends if you have like more than one stove top, because right now I'm only working with one stove top. If you have two stove top, you can cook your meat separately and just pour it after, like when you're finished your stir fry, just like pour the cooked meat inside the stir fry and give it a good mix. Sorry.
That was pretty easy, I think. It took like 30 minutes. Well, I did a pretty long introduction, so it took less than 30 minutes, and I literally washed and prepared all the vegetables in that time. So this is like a really easy meal, and it looks so good. Okay,
Yeah, it's healthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna link our Instagram so that people can, I'm gonna take a very beautiful picture of this after and post it on this SFSS events Instagram, and everyone can go take a look. All right, I guess that's all for the workshop. It was a pretty short one. So thank you so much, Fiona, for teaching us all of these cooking skills, and I hope everybody enjoyed the workshop. And good luck for the rest of the semester. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. Bye.